everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I am the dyer and crafter behind Birch and Lily. Today is April 11th? Yeah, it's April 11th, 2022. I am trying to squeeze this recording in. I've had a busy day, but I'm excited to be able to sit down and talk to you and show you some fun stuff. There are a few places you can find me on the internet, birchandlilyfiber.com, as well as on Instagram at birch.and.lily. And do I have announcements? Yes, two things. First of all, I have taken my patterns down from Lovecrafts. I know I put those up there maybe a year and a half ago. I found they weren't selling and it just wasn't worth having another, sorry, my watch is bugging me, another website that I had to deal with. So I took my patterns off of Lovecrafts. But if you are unable to use Ravelry, you can get my patterns on my website, birchandlilyfiber.com. So no worries. I figured because I had another option of where to purchase my patterns that wasn't Ravelry, getting rid of Lovecrafts was okay. So yeah, the other announcement that I have, which is a me mistake, I was supposed to have a whole bunch of skeins of Lavender Fields on Birch DK uploading in the shop a couple weeks ago, and apparently I had the item marked as out of stock and they never showed up. So if you're interested in those, the Birch DK skeins of Lavender Fields are available in the shop now. But yeah, that is all I have announcement-wise. I won't ramble on too much at the beginning because I know you're all here for crafts. So let's jump on into the crafts. If there's anything you're not interested in hearing about today, I am trying to put chapters along the bottom of the screen now, or I guess, yeah, they're on the, what's that time bar thing at the bottom? There's chapters there. They're also in the description, so if there's something you want to skip, you'll know exactly where to go so that you can watch whatever you are interested in. But I do have some knitting today. I have some cross stitch. So I think we're knitting heavy today. But yeah, I should stop rambling. Thank you for joining me, and let's jump into the crafts. So I do have, and I have it in this bag because I was just carrying it upstairs, but I do have a finished object, and I forgot sock blockers, but that's okay because I actually blocked said finished object. These are my Arrowleaf Socks. This is a pattern by Lindsey Fowler, and I knit these out of Birch DK. This colorway is called Sweet Pea. Also, I think I figured out how to stop the weird color issue. Total tangent. But it's a setting on your phone called HDR, I think, for video. And I'm pretty sure that's why it was screwing with the color. And now look, it's not doing weird things. I'm looking at my monitor, but that's so exciting! So hopefully colors will be more accurate. But yeah, this is the colorway Sweet Pea on Birch DK. And I am so excited to have these done. Let me show you the front of them as best I can. So do you see? This is terrible, Amanda. But they're knit opposite each other so that when you wear them on your foot, they're opposite, which is kind of cool. I think it's very neat. And then the heel flaps are the exact same way, so each one leans in a different direction. And again, I'm showing this terribly, but you can kind of tell there. Anyways, I am so excited to have these done. I'm so excited to have like a swatch, I guess, of another one of my colorways, because I love Sweet Pea so much. So I did knit these up on 2.25mm needles, which is a US 1. I cast on 56 stitches for these. All of Lindsey's patterns are so size inclusive for socks, so I can't remember how many sizes these socks have, but all of her socks have tons and tons of sizes available, so if that is something you're concerned about, definitely recommend this pattern. But these knit up so fast. I think the first sock I knit in a day, and the second one took me maybe 2. You definitely have to follow the pattern, but the pattern is really easy to follow. It's just knits, purls, and some very simple decreases, so that makes me really happy when it's easy like that and it knits up super fast. And yeah, I followed everything to pattern on these. There's a rounded toe included in the pattern, which always looks so nice. And I'm very happy with them. So I won't ramble anymore about these socks. If you have any questions, always welcome to ask me down below in the comments or shoot me an email. I do prefer those methods to Instagram DMs. Everything seems to get lost in there. So, yeah, those are my Arrowleaf socks, and I have some other socks. I have one pair written in my notes for now, so let's start with those. Where is this bag from? I haven't used this in so long. Yarn Candy Studio. It's super cute. And I have a pair of socks in here. Ooh, I do have one sock finished. And like I said, I don't have blockers. I don't think. I don't have blockers. I apologize. But I do have one sock done, and I don't know if I've ever showed these on here. So these are, I believe it's pronounced the I don't know how to pronounce it. It'll be across the screen. Louhisaari? Louhisaari. But this is a pattern by Sari Nordlund, and it's very cable-y and very pretty. That Progress Keeper, I believe, is from Sucre Miniatures. Now these look Christmassy and have a Christmas Progress Keeper because this is Christmas yarn. This yarn is from Explore Knits and Fibers. The main color is called Under the Mistletoe, and I can't remember what the mini is called. Let me see. I think it says on my ball band. Cabernet. So the mini is Cabernet. I don't know if she's dyeing that tonal up anymore. Anyways, that's what this is. So Under the Mistletoe and Cabernet. And look how pretty that pattern is. And she shows you how to carry it all the way onto the toe. So the whole toe has that beautiful cable-y pattern as well. So, I pulled these out. I think I cast them on around Christmas time, to be honest. I cast on 64 stitches for these. That is, unfortunately, the only size available in the pattern. And usually I don't knit a 64 stitch sock for myself, but the cables make it very snug, so that was totally fine. And yeah. 2.25mm needles, US 1. I think the pattern just calls for a 1x1 rib, but I did do a twisted rib instead, just because I find that looks neater. Slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. And I've cast on the second sock. I haven't got super far, but that's where we are for now. Yeah, super cute. Glad I pulled them out. Once I pulled them out, this sock I finished quite quickly. And then my mind has been occupied by some other things, which you will see shortly. But that is those. I've also been working on some cross stitch. I have two cross stitch pieces that I want to show you. We'll start with one. This bag is from Pretty Southern, and this pattern is called This Happy Morning by Plum Street Samplers. This is, or was, an exclusive kit for Country Cottage? No. Put it across the screen. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Unfortunately, though, it is not available right now. I'm sure it will be available in a year, though. This did come out around Christmas time, so Christmas next year, I would say it will be available. That's usually how exclusive patterns work. 1 year later, they're available to everyone. So, if you like this, keep an eye out around Christmas. I am using all of the called for threads for this. And I am stitching it up on the called for fabric. All of this was put together in a kit, so of course I'm using all the called for because it's a kit, I guess. This is 36 count Hogbristle. This is where I am so far. So I have the first page pretty much done, and I decided to move down the side instead of across because I am a little short on fabric. They shorted me like an inch in this direction. Oh, my husband's home. Give me a sec. So they said that they cut the fabric to an approximate size, and unfortunately my approximate size was a little short. And so I want to make sure for sure that I have measured this correctly and will be able to fit it down that way. So I think what I might do, and I didn't do it last night and I don't know why, but I should just work the border all the way down and make sure that the border fits, because if the border fits, everything else will fit, and then I can work on everything else. But look how beautiful this is. I'm so excited. I'm enjoying it so much. And it's just a really cute Christmassy pattern. So I'm stitching it, like I said, on 36 count fabric. I'm using 1 thread over 2 linen threads. I know some people will stitch with 2 threads on 36 count, but I find that to be a little too thick. So I'm just using the 1 thread. And like I said, everything is called for, and I'm having fun. I think I have finally decided that Plum Street Samplers is my favorite cross stitch designer. I feel like almost everything she designs, I want to stitch. Even the stuff that is Americana, which is disappointing because I'm Canadian, so I don't want to stitch American stuff, but it's still so pretty. I don't know. It's a struggle. Let's show another knitting project. This bag, I don't know what it's from. I say that every single time, so I should just stop showing it. But I am test knitting a pattern, and I'm loving it a lot. I am test knitting this for Whimsy North. It is the Kindra Cowl, and I'm using my yarn for it, so that's also fun. So this here is Lavender Fields on my Birch DK base, which is 100% superwash merino. This is just natural, same base, and I haven't named this one yet, so if you have an idea, let me know, because there's going to be some of this in the shop next update. But that is the next color that I'm using, so can you tell I love purple? But yeah, I'm knitting the Kindra Cowl. Hopefully I'll have popped a picture already. But this is a colorwork cowl, and it's flying. I love colorwork. I swear anything that's colorwork just flies off my needles. I am hoping I ordered some 16-inch cables to use for this, just because the cables I have, I think they're 30, and it's just a little bit too long, and I'm having it like tug the yarn funny. So once those arrive, it'll fly even more. But this is where I am. So basically you cast on with a provisional cast on. I use the crochet method and then knit this, and then eventually there's going to be a solid section. I'm going to use the Lavender Fields for that, and then I will take out my provisional cast on and Kitchener stitch everything together into like a big circle. It's a cowl, and there is going to be a twist in it that you put in when you Kitchener everything together, so I love it so much. I did drop down a needle size from what the pattern calls for. It calls for a 3.5 millimeter needle. I think that's a US 4. I dropped down to a 3.25, and I'm getting gauge perfectly now, so that's good. Sorry, that was my dog. My husband got home from work, and she's excited, obviously. So I dropped down a needle size, and everything's going great. Look at my floats. They are perfect. I always know my floats are looking great if I can see the pattern on both sides. So like, that's the pattern, obviously, but then you can tell what it looks like on the inside too. So then I know my floats are looking good. So working away on this. I believe the pattern will be out at the end of this month, so I'm trying to work quickly so that I can finish on time. Also, look at this progress keeper. I'll show you all of them. I finally got my hands on some Hello Lavender progress keepers. So it came with 3, like the one I have on the cowl, and then this pretty one. And I love it so much. It's beautiful. And I'm so scared to use the big one because I don't want to wreck it. But I should almost put that one on the cowl because it's just gorgeous. But so they are kept carefully in their little box in my bag right now because they are precious to me. But yeah, that's my Kindra Cowl. I'm loving it, and actually I'm really enjoying knitting with the DK. I always thought I would always be an exclusively fingering weight type person, but the DK has been really fun to knit up. I have a hard time with worsted weight. That makes my fingers kind of cramp, but the DK is not bad. So I might have to order me some more DK instead of always ordering fingering weight. But yeah, that is the Kindra Cowl. I have one other cross stitch project. This one I pulled out from quite a while ago. I was looking through my show notes to try and figure out when the last time I worked on this was. I forgot to write it down. But it's been quite some time. November of 2021. So quite a few months. These are all of my Saltboxes, again by Plum Street Samplers. So there's, and I'll just flash these quick, 4 different sets of patterns for every season. And I am putting them all together in one big piece. Little project bag from Pretty Southern. So I'm stitching these. I have literally all the called for threads for every project, and they're a disastrous mess, as you can tell. And then I'm stitching this up on 36 count oaken. And I've basically finished both winter pieces. So I have some of the white Polaroid portion left to do on the bottom one, obviously. But they're pretty much done. So that is exciting. I'm stitching these 1 thread over 2 linen threads. And you can see that little white line section there. That's me starting on the spring piece. I told myself I had to work on some more white until I am finished the white on the second winter piece there. I told myself I'm not allowed to start any color on the spring, because if I start leaving white sections, I'm never going to finish any of them. But I just love how they look and how it's like a Polaroid picture. So that is where I am with that. There's never tons to say about cross stitch, just that this is what I worked on. And obviously I haven't shown those in a while, so I don't have screenshots of where I was last time. But I'm going to make a habit of that now, because I think that's quite interesting to see how much a person's got done. Plus it shows me how much I got done in 2 weeks, because sometimes I feel like I've done nothing. So I think it's valuable. That is all I have for cross stitch. I do have 2 more knitting things though, so I feel like I'm kind of flying. I apologize. I have lots to do still today. I swear, every day that I am recording, I feel so busy. And every day that I'm not recording, I feel so not busy. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it is what it is. This bag is from That Crafty Little Fox. And I am using, this is my Brioche and Mystery shawl, apologies, by Suzanne Summer. This is the yarn I'm using. So this here is from Sugar Plum Circus in the colorway Sea Glass. Oh my gosh, now that it's not doing weird things, the colors look so much better. And then these are all from Hey Sister Yarn Co., Halcon, Queen Buttercup, and Matte Lip. Unfortunately, they are not dyeing yarn anymore. But I still show you because I'd want to know what colors I was using. But yeah, this is still available, and it's still very pretty. So I actually got a lot done on this. Quite a bit. It's so scrunchied now, but that's it scrunchied, and then I'll unscrunch a section so you can see what's going on. Maybe near the middle here where my progress keeper is. So that's how much I've got done. Quite a bit. I'm now on the final section, so I will be done soon, which is really exciting. This bobble row, the second, hello?
Live! Items arriving.
Yay! I got stuff in the mail. Oh, that's my address. We'll cut that out. I got stuff in the mail. She can stay. It's okay, as long as you're not too loud downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess we can open this on camera. That's fun. Yeah, the baubles took forever. I don't even know how many baubles are in this row. I did not count. But I do love the baubles. The 2 bauble rows are really pretty. I did do crochet baubles for this. I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel on how to do that, but I find they sit so much better on the fabric, so I substituted in crochet baubles. And like I said, I'm on the border now. It is a brioche border, so it's going to take me quite some time, but I am excited to have this done. Hi, Leia. Do you feel trapped? Do you want to leave? One sec. She's so funny. Leia's my puppy, if you haven't watched before. She wants to be with me, but then the moment a door gets closed, she feels trapped, and she doesn't want to be with me. So, we'll let her go. But yeah, this is getting so close to being done, and I'm so excited. And I have a spin dryer in the mail. It's obviously mostly for dyeing yarn so that it will dry faster. But I'm really excited to block things with my spin dryer now too, because like I can soak it and then put it in the spin dryer and it'll dry so much faster. So that will be exciting. But loving this so much. I did drop down a needle size for it. I'm using a 3.25 millimeter needle, a US 3, just as I'm using for my Kindra Cowl, which is interesting to see how you can use like the same needle size with two different weights of yarn, and it can do such a different thing. So pretty. Love this so much. Fingers crossed. That was not a crossed finger. That was just two fingers. Fingers crossed I have this done by next episode. That would be so exciting. But I am going to move my progress keeper up. There we go. I have one other knitting project. This is another pair of socks that are a part of like my Christmas knitting thingamajig I'm doing. It's called the Great Woolberry Christmas Socks Make-Along, I think. So this is another pair of Christmas socks that I'm knitting for that. My goal is to have 25 pairs of Christmas themed socks so I can wear a pair all the way up to and including Christmas. So this yarn here I did use, if you remember my Easy Peasy socks, I did use this with those, and I have lots left over, so I'm knitting another pair of socks out of them. It is a little bit more pinky, but beautiful yarn. That didn't really change it. Sorry, I realize now I'm probably looking at my monitor a lot. I have a different setup, and I'm trying things different, and it's making me look at my monitor. I apologize. This pair of socks that I've cast on is from the 52 Weeks of Socks book. I realized I hadn't pulled that out in quite some time, so I did to cast on this pair of socks, which then I didn't touch after the day I cast them on. I should get back to them. I'm knitting these on 2.25 millimeter US 1 needles. I cast on 63 stitches for these, I think is what the pattern called for. And they look really cool. This is the stone sock pattern from 52 Weeks of Socks. The designer is Tatiana Kulikova. I feel like I'm pronouncing the last name wrong, but it's always on the screen and down in the description. But yeah, these are super cute. So not tons done on them, but I'm that way with socks. I have like 500 pairs of socks on the needles at once. So that's fun. Anyways, should we open my package? I know what it is, but I'm very excited. Also, I'm surprised it's in a box for what it is. So I ordered this from Wool and Honey in Michigan. And it's really, really cute. And the packaging is really cute. Oh, this is fun. I like this. This is very fun. Okay. So look at this little postcard, and there's a sweet little note. I love when people write a note. And it's wrapped so cute. It's like a present. It's a present. I sound weird. I'm just very excited. I've never had a package arrive while I'm recording. Ooh, what's on that? It just made a ping. Oh, I can't throw that out. Look at that. They're called Wool and Honey, and it's like a little honeycomb. Okay, I gotta do something with that. I'm glad that made a little ting noise when I hucked it at the garbage can. Because I don't need enough tote bags. I'm sure everyone feels the same way as me. Or not. I might just be the only weird tote bag person. Oh, it's much bigger than I expected. Look how cute this is! I'm going to, oh my gosh, take this everywhere. It's so cute! And it smells good. So that is what came in the mail, is this adorable tote bag, which I'm going to put in my screenshot now. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have enough project bags for large projects, and so this gives me another one of those. And tote bags are nice for other things as well, obviously. So, I hope you enjoyed the impromptu package opening. Ooh, it's got a big bottom too. That's nice. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Anyways, that is all I have to show you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, turning on notifications. All of those help you and me, because YouTube doesn't want to help us see videos, apparently. That's another story for another day. But yeah, please do all those things. I would appreciate it so much. I know tons of you aren't subscribed. I check my analytics, and there are many of you who are not subscribed, so if you aren't, please consider doing so. I guess I didn't say at the beginning, but I have decided to keep videos now bi-weekly on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I thought I would keep it that way for a while and see how it goes, because that was the best time from all of my little testing experiments. So I appreciate you and your patience while I was doing that, and we'll see how that time goes. I have been enjoying it myself. It takes a little bit of the pressure off of me. I can record on Mondays. If I don't have time to edit on Mondays, I can edit Tuesday morning and still have it up in time. So yeah, that's the time we're going to be sticking with. And I will see you again, because I have nothing else to talk about, in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye!